Guys, I have a question for you. So, my kid is at that age where, well, she's been at that age for a while, but she really enjoys Happy Meals and collecting the toys. And I feel like the toys that they're putting out now are not as good as the toys that we got when we were younger. And I'm curious for you guys, and it doesn't have to be McDonald's, because I know Burger King had in the 90s done a lot of really cool stuff. But what is your favorite like kids meal pack-in toy? I'm gonna go
Great
first.
fucking question.
I'm gonna go first.
He's gonna take the best one. Watch.
Burger King had
You motherfucker.
you know where I'm going with this. I think you know the Dragon Ball Z, bro, all time best Happy Meal, and it was like an urban legend, right? I don't think I knew anyone, and we all tried to get it. I don't think I knew a single kid that had the gold Goku. We all had like Piccolo and Vegeta. Oh, did you really?
Yeah, I think
Wow.
I still
Of
have
course.
it somewhere.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
They only sent it to those neighborhoods, you know.
Yeah, right.
I only remember having the silver Vegeta, like the
Yeah.
metal looking Vegeta.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
But bro, that was an all-time kids meal.
Maybe I have
toy.
a silver Goku.
I don't think they made it. I think that was only in gold.
Oh.
Because it was to celebrate like the Super Saiyan, like I think the movies or something.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, Dean,
Yeah,
what was
no.
your favorite Happy Meal toy?
Burger King? It was like a 1-to-1 scale Woody.
What the? I don't remember that.
Wow. You put it
Maybe I'm
together?
misremembering that. No, like it just like you couldn't take his hat off or anything, but he was like cloth and plastic Woody.
You definitely had different toys in your neighborhood, bro.
Yep.
We were not getting that over here.
I didn't get any.
Yeah. Wow. Hang on, let me look up the Dragon Ball Z toys,
Yeah, let me
and
look
then we're
up the
gonna look
Woody.
up
'Cause
the Woody. Yeah, share your screen if you see it. But I just remember like legit. Oh, there was a silver Goku, Dean. You're right. I remember going like that's all we ate because there was a Burger King on base, and I remember you got the little
Yeah.
card with it. You got the little
Here it is.
stand, bro. I didn't know anybody with the silver Goku. I had Gohan, Krillin, Vegeta, and
remember Gohan.
Frieza, and my brother had Piccolo. What about you guys? What are your choices? All the Bionicles. That's a good
Go
one.
ahead,
man.
Marco. I'll go last.
Yeah, so I can share my screen here, but it is from the 90s Spider-Man show, and they had like a mix of characters and vehicles. And the vehicles are ridiculous, like Venom in a Venom vehicle,
Bro,
which was
that
drove.
shit
I think we
slaps.
drove to like 4 different McDonald's to try to find this. My dad was a saint. Like I needed
Wow.
this freaking Venom. So yeah, these were incredible.
I never
though.
knew
Like,
these
they-
existed.
Me either.
You didn't
I don't
know?
remember
Oh,
these.
bro, I had to have the whole line. This so
Bro,
they don't
that
show the
shit
scorpion.
slaps.
Oh yeah, the scorpion right there in the back. It's a pretty incredible set. So yeah, they definitely did not.
And that was
do them-
McDonald's.
That was McDonald's. Yep.
so here's the Burger King Woody.
It was at the same size. You said it's full scale, so
This is 6 inches, but I was a little kid, so you know
Th-
it always seems.
This was a regular kids meal or a big
Yeah.
kids meal?
all the big kids meal.
I don't know what that is.
Because the big kids meal had better toys, I think.
Stompers are my favorite Happy Meals going
Maybe,
back.
I don't know.
It's 1986.
Pogs too. You could get Pogs.
Yeah.
So no one said my favorite, which even in the chat, and I thought it was like high up there. The gold Pokemon cards that you get in the Pokeball.
Bro,
Ooh,
yes.
yup.
Also,
And
Burger
then-
King.
And then second, like tied almost for me, I was super into collecting all the Beanie Babies. So I think
That was-
McDonald's
that
Beanie
was a
Babies for
rare-
a while.
Beanie Baby
Yep.
slaps, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Pogs. That was a great. They have Pogs at Ojos Locos, I think.
Yeah, I think they do
It's a
actually.
different kind of pog.
All right,
PAWGS.
got it. I got confused.
wow.
Sorry.
Pablo says it's good to see Eddie back. The prodigal son returns. God, what other cool toys are there? I remember actually Eddie Manzanares gave me these recently. I gotta find them. The McDonald's Lost World Jurassic Park watches with the eye.
Oh,
guys remember that?
I remember the
It was like-
watch.
it's like the
You just
hologram
unlocked a core
eye.
memory.
There was
Yeah.
other watches. What other
Incredible.
watches were there?
There was a Simpsons movie too. I remember we had a watch that was like, "Are we there yet? No, are we there yet?" And it was from The Simpsons, and we would always wear
Did
it
they-
when we were traveling.
Was there
Traveling?
Rugrats watches?
Yes, yes. I'm almost
Yeah,
certain.
I think those are the ones I remember.
Yeah, man, we have some good. Man, they don't make them like they used to. And I
No.
remember like 2 years ago when the Pokemon
Oh
anniversary
yeah.
cards were, and all these dickheads were buying like 40 Happy Meals. Bro, fuck those guys. What do we bring in here, Marco?
Bro, so The Hook, did any of you have these? Like, Hook was one of my favorite films growing up.
Bro, you're
And so they had these little ships. I would play with these in the bath. I was way too old to be playing with toys, but
How old
I
are
never
you?
grew out of it. So, like 12. No, I'm kidding. No, I was pretty young.
Yeah,
but these,
I
I
didn't-
just remember these very distinctly.
I love Hook, but I don't remember toys. Look at they got a
Wow,
Rufio.
okay. Yeah, they got the
Sick.
Rufio. This was a dope
Wow.
little set, honestly.
Wow, there's so many toys I never
You
knew
guys
existed.
remember were they fur babies?
Furbies?
Furbies, yeah.
There you go. Furbies. Good stuff, man. Well, that was fun.
Are you an angel?
What?
An angel. I heard the deep space pilots talk about them. They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
Hello there. We are tonight's entertainment.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He's got a billion toys.
You brought in the adult collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities. Same as gold or oil.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
You are now listening to the Collecting Weekly podcast.
This is the true form of floor gang right here. Very nice. YouTube.com/collectingweekly. Thank you very much. That's very cool. Big.
Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Marco.
Wow,
You said
friendly
go
fire.
first.
I didn't know if you read the message. I didn't want to
God
skip a beat.
damn it, Marco.
Day
We
one.
were so close to perfection. So
Eddie.
close. Try it again. Run it back. Run it back.
Run it back. Hey guys, my name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Eddie.
And I'm Marco.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's a weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter the most to us this week in collecting.
That's right. We want to thank everybody out there in TV land and podcast worlds, wherever you're catching us, whether it's live or on the replay. Thank you. You're a sweetheart.
Truer words never spoken. We have a lot of people in the chat. We got Sam Gist. Almost time for some good old CW therapy. We got 12-inch Moose Stream. Ben Thomas in the process of moving right now, so he will not be joining us tonight. SpongeBob SquareBalls, Tukatri. We have Toy Cartel, Comics, Burger King's Foot Lettuce. I don't know if I was a foot lettuce. SpongeBob SquareBalls,
King Foot Lettuce.
King Dingaling, Chris Tron, Abe Dunk TV, Cram, Cody J. Hay. We also have Calvin, aka the Loki Collector, Yomo, Badfish in the chat, Big Ol' Fern. Let's see here, Pablo Meza. Great to see Eddie back on CW, C-Dubs, David Jones, Dante's Boneyard, DJ. Look at that, the resurrection of Eddie. We got Tina in the chat, Trooping with Robin. I think they just put out a video yesterday. Maybe it was the day before. Go check that out on their channel. It's fantastic. We also have Chris Tron, Tukatri, let's see, Badfish, Jason Nelson, Christian Cooper, Jose G. Hernandez, Scoot Henderson, and Erwin, if I haven't said it. We do not have a lot of news for you guys today, but we have a lot of speculation. We have a lot of discussion. We have an update on the comic scammer situation, a big update. Stay tuned for all that in the next 2 hours. Dean, before we get into it, we have a very special segment that we kick off all the best shows with.
Yeah, you guys ready?
Yes.
It's new this week.
Yeah. What'd you get this week? I got these two actually from one of the panel members tonight, Eddie. Sweet Eddie had these up for sale and cut me a good deal. It's the 3-0 Sir Jorah Mormont and Sansa Stark, season 8. I love Game of Thrones figures. They got so good. I haven't even opened them. I'm gonna save them actually for unboxings on Monday. So I have them, but I can't even open them. So I'm pretty bummed. But yeah, I'm excited to add these to the shelf. So thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, dude.
What a
Thank
guy.
you. Very good figures. Very good.
You're
likenesses.
You're liquidating a lot of your collection, Eddie. What's going on there?
I am moving again, so I'm selling what I can. I'm trying not to sell my statues, so like with me, always the 6 scale stuff goes first. But I'm keeping a couple.
Of course. Where you're moving, like within the same city, or like you're moving?
I don't know yet. It will be within like 30 to 40 minutes of where I live now, like radius. I haven't figured that out yet, but I'll be moving in a couple months, like by the end of July or August. So, yeah.
Congratulations.
Lots of big changes.
Yeah, let's see.
So Dean,
Marco
question
got it.
on those really quick.
Go back.
What other figures do you have in the line? Or are these your first two?
Stay one.
Don't hurt yourself. If you're saying stuff, you're on mute right now. We thought you were still thinking. I was like, oh my.
Jesus,
No,
amateur hour,
sorry.
okay.
No, I have a Tormund, Arya, Jon Snow, Jaime Lannister, the first version of the Hound, which I think is the best version. Daenerys. I think I have almost all of them except for Ned Stark, and I still need a Tyrion. I want a season 8 Tyrion.
Wow, right. You're deep on this line.
Yeah.
Eddie, the chat is asking if you're going to put a sales post up on Ox.
Yeah, I was responding really quick. The only 2 things I have left are Captain Rex and the Joker, the in-art Joker. So,
Which one do you have? The rooted 2-pack or?
yeah.
Nice.
And
So
I
you
had
sold
lots of
Django
those.
already?
Yeah, Django sold.
Yeah, that was fast. Yeah, no, it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vultures.
What an unboxing. What an unboxing. Look at the little gooch grease on the top of the box there.
Oh my.
Marco,
Actually, it might actually be good grease. I had the scratch right before.
It could be.
Wow.
Costs extra now. Yeah, so I finally got around to unboxing my DeLorean. I just had to rearrange the collection. So, obviously this behind me is one piece of that. And wanted to put it into my Maji cases. And I was very giddy. Like you get a fair amount of figures. They kind of affect you in different ways. This is my first vehicle, and I felt like a kid unboxing this thing. Knock on wood, there were no real issues. There was like a little bit of paint overspray on one of like the edges, but beyond that, it was pristine. The wheels, popped out perfectly. So an incredible piece, honestly. The biggest gripe I have is that when you've got it plugged into the smart plug, you've got to press the button every time. What a silly, decision on their part to not just have it on every time you activate that USB-C plug. So beyond that, I'm very happy. Yeah, or have a switch that you can toggle it on and off. So really silly design choice, but overall, just like an incredible piece.
Why is Steve Rogers standing in front of Sam Wilson?
You hate to see
Well, you
it.
see,
Seems
Sam
kinda racial.
Wilson is the only one with giant wings
Just like
in the
Rosa Parks
collection.
tried
So
to send him to the back of the bus.
holy cow!
You hate to see it, America.
It's the only place he could go. So I want to elevate him a bit more. I've got him, on a flying pole. So hopefully we can get him up a bit higher here. But yeah, I'm happy with how the collection is coming along.
I'm glad that you didn't have issues with the DeLorean. I don't know that we ever had any sort of response by Hot Toys, or really Sideshow for that matter, but it seems like I haven't seen that many issues with this current batch that are going out. So I don't know if it was just a bad batch of plastic that made it into that first batch. Kind of remains to be seen, but
Yeah, it's seeming that there were a lot more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it seemed like that was not an isolated incident, but that a lot of the issues were confined to that first batch. So it seems like they may have gotten things correct, and I hope Ben Thomas ultimately ends up getting one of these because I think he's really going to enjoy it in his new area.
There you go. Hopefully he does with all that house money, baby. Let's get into the news. So, God, this is bad. Doc Brown from Back to the Future 3 was released, and I'll be honest, I don't think this is their finest work. I think the Marty is an absolute slam dunk, but it's just something about that hair. It not that I would want them to do a rooted sculpt, but I think everything looks good but the portrait.
It's got
And
the Pharrell Williams hat.
yeah,
Pharrell.
I'm sorry.
I was like, who the
how
hell
did you
is
pronounce that at
Pharrell
first?
Williams?
Farrell.
Farrah
Will
Fawcett?
Ferrell. Will Ferrell.
Yeah, Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell Williams. Anyways, am I? Is that a hot take? Do we like this? Do we not like this? I just don't. I just don't like it.
Like I said, the hat looks goofy, and then the hair, like, comes out at such a steep angle. It looks goofy. Oh yeah.
I don't really have like super passionate feelings either way about it. I think it's fine. Like I don't know. It hits the mark for me as far as the doc from the third movie. So yeah.
Yeah, everyone was kind of destroying the previous one because of the slits for the glasses, which I agree with. That was really lazy, but everyone's like, well, you can buy this one and maybe modify the hat. And I was like, this looks worse to me. I do not like this sculpt at all. It's not that it doesn't, encapsulate Doc Brown. It just looks very cartoony, in my opinion. So it just doesn't feel lifelike. And yeah, so regardless of, the accuracy of the rest of the costume, the sculpt just really kills this one for me.
Yeah, and when you contrast this with, well, not this, but with this, I mean, this is like a goddamn shrink ray, bro. This is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Like, this is a fucking portrait right here. And I just feel like on the shelf, if you had, which obviously a lot of people are going to do, that with this, bro, looks like, you have Sideshow and Hot Toys on the same shelf. Like, it just doesn't, I don't feel like it's up to par. And this, when I saw these photos, it's been a while that we've talked about these figures, and I had forgotten about Marty. I remembered Doc, but for some reason I hadn't remembered Marty, and I got like an ear to ear grin looking at these photos. Like, they just look fantastic. The tailoring looks excellent. Perhaps it's a bit underweathered, but it's been a while that I've seen the film, so maybe that's accurate. But the portrait, man, it's an absolutely fantastic portrait. I think they did Michael Fox a lot of justice here. So I got to give credit where credit's due. I think this is a really nice portrait.
The poncho looks really good, dude. Like, that look, they killed it on that. I love that poncho look.
Yeah, I think this Marty is far superior than the re-release of the other one. Like Marco said about the other Doc, they just seemed kind of lazy. Like, I'll just put these out. But this one, with how, I don't want to say mediocre, but the Doc for this movie is not the best. But this is, yeah, like you said, Sideshow versus Hot Toys. Like, when you look at them next to each other, it's like, what the fuck? Why is this one so good?
Just sucks that they keep fumbling the bag when it comes to this pair, right? But yeah, I just really like this version. I don't like Back to the Future 3 at all. I know some folks really love it, but to me, it kind of, the trilogy kind of ends it too. It's a 2-movie trilogy. So yeah, but I would consider picking this one up because it just is so intricate. It's got, a lot of really fine details. It's just unfortunate that we don't have a quality Doc to go along with our Martys. So hopefully better luck when they reissue the Back to the Future 2 figures.
Zach, go back to the Doc look when he's like tipping his cap. I think the expression looks really good right there. Like, that's probably the best picture I see, just because it feels like that expression works really well with what he's doing. And I love that sniper right there. That looks crazy.
I feel like it looks good because you don't see how goofy the hair looks. I think it's really the hair that is just it's.
Bro,
I
that
think
hat's too tall.
it's poorly sculpted. Dude, it kind of does got that Pharrell Williams hat. Now I can't see that, bro.
Dude.
Jesus,
that's goofy.
That's where he got it from, bro. I don't know. There's something about the eyes that aren't doing it for me either. It's been a while, so Marco, can you double check? Does this one have the parallel eye rolling system where you can move the eyes? I don't know if they're just seated a bit too far back as well, but this just looks bad. And then you get to this Marty, and it's. I mean, I don't have any of them, and this certainly wouldn't be the Marty that I would choose. But, bro, this portrait is, like, amazing. It's far and above, I think, better than the other ones. I think this is fantastic. Let's move on while Marco's double checking that. I think another fantastic figure, the Paul Atreides from Aug Toys. Now they've made, and I want to say they've also released the ceremonial outfit from the opening act of the film. I want to say it's I think it's Doc Smizzle that has it. Might be Bob Dylan, but it looks absolutely fantastic, and it's one of those that I'm not necessarily bummed that I missed out on, because that's not the look I would want in my collection. This would be, but man, Paul in the still suit, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I think the likeness looks good. I think the hair sculpt looks really solid. You get that option to put the breather on and off. You get the sort of trench coat that he wears in the film. The suit is a mix of rubber and fabric, which I hope, well, you can keep it in these more iconic, sword up poses. I think that would be fantastic. And overall, I think it looks great. He doesn't interact with a lot of stuff in the film, so I don't hate that it seems like a fairly bare bones figure, but the portrait has that sort of dead stare that Paul has in the film. And to be honest, when this one goes up on TNS or 1/6 kit, I'm definitely going to have to try to snag this because it looks absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I really, really love their first Paul Atreides that came out. I really want to buy that figure too. It's kind of expensive. But this one's pretty fucking good. And again, we already know they could deliver on the prototypes, because I think the other Paul Atreides is pretty spot on to what we saw. I think it was Joao who did an unboxing on it, and it looks fantastic. So if you're waiting for this version of Paul, I'd say get it as soon as you can. I don't know what they're like in terms of how long they last or how much they make.
Just to clarify quickly, this one is up for pre-order on kit. I just checked. It's $253 with a $43 deposit, so $210 due on release, and it's available Q1 2024 with a pre-order cutoff date of the 22nd of July. So nice. $253, very reasonable, I think, with the current Hot Toys prices.
I think, wasn't the first Paul $3 something? I think that's why I didn't order it, because it was so high. But I really want that Paul. But like you said, he's not very emotional in the movie, so this head sculpt is perfect. He's kind of just deadpan the whole movie. Even when he's in excruciating pain, he just kind of looks bothered. So yeah, I think this looks fucking fantastic.
And especially with his breathing mask up, that looks really good too. Just the eye look. I was gonna say, I never noticed how much his pelvis harness looked like a chastity belt in the movie until now. So that looks like a sex apparatus. Just saying. But it looks really good. I really like the first movie. I'm excited for the second movie, and this looks like a sick figure. You might have your Paul Atreides, and you wouldn't have to wait for InArt or whoever else is making one. This one is pretty damn good, especially if you want sculpted hair versus rooted or something. It comes with everything you need too, so it's pretty exciting.
I did just a live pre-order on TNS. It's
wow.
$31 a month,
Wow.
8 months installment. So yeah, dude, this thing is
They
fucking
have payment plans
awesome.
on TNS?
Only on the Facebook group, not on the on their website. I love Kit, but I'm terrible with money. I'd rather just pay it month to month. Chris says, with Hot Toys, do they lose some of the likeness or anything that we see in the photo example? You get around 90% of the prototype and pictures from them. It's tough. And it depends. I would say they're certainly better than most companies. I think that's the best way I can answer that. Mario says he'll wait for InArt. You might be waiting a while, my friend. They just delayed the Gandalf and I think the Batman and the Pennywise. So that is certainly a valid choice. But this is looking pretty good. We know that they can deliver on the quality. This is 253 versus InArt, or 250 rather, versus InArt, which is going to come in probably about 450 to 550 plus, and you're
Can I
looking
challenge
at,
a lot of the things that you're saying? Because I'm going to completely disagree here. So
Sure.
First of all, so in art, if they do a sculpted version, it's probably going to be like $350 shipped to us. So I mean, I think what you're saying is maybe for the rooted version.
For the rooted, exactly. Yeah.
For the rooted, yeah. And then for just in terms of the delays, right? I know we're going to get there, but I feel like I'm less concerned because it's not like they're delaying years. It's like more of a matter of a few months, it feels like, to, kind of get things on track. So we'll see when they get into U.S. collectors' hands. But I don't know. I think in-art is still a really valid option. And the fact that, we know that something potentially better, this does look really nice, a company that I'm not as familiar with, but it looks really nice. But if you order this now and then in-art is announced within the next month or two, right, because there's a new movie coming out at the end of the year, and that looks significantly better, then for most collectors, are they going to feel like, damn, well, I kind of have the inferior version for, $100 more. I could have gotten, a way better version with a lot more accessories. I'm not saying that's going to be the case, but it's just something to consider for a lot of people.
It depends on the accessories. Obviously, this is the part one of a 2-part movie, so we have no idea, where they're going to go with the direction of this film. I think the good thing about this and the potential in art is
probably have some vague idea if you've read the books.
Well, I mean, yes, but the good thing is he wears a still suit for, in the book. I mean, pretty much the whole time he's in the desert, right? So it's very likely that this design could be very close to what we see in part 2. Wow, Dean's turning super red. He's like a damn tomato over there. I will say though, I don't know, man. I think you'd be waiting quite a while. They have such a list of things that we have been, where they've shown like the in art coming soon or next to the stage, that we haven't even gotten to this point yet. And they also announced that they're, what was the word they used? They're sort of changing that direction of what they had previously solicited as being like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So we don't even know, at least as far as I know, I haven't listened to all of John's interviews, but do we know when Paul would be coming in their lineup? Have they reconfirmed that it's next year or the following year, or if it's for the first film or the second?
Yeah, they haven't even said if they're still doing it.
I don't
but I think that
they know what's coming next. They're fucking all
I feel like
over the
they.
place.
I feel like they do know.
I think it's funny that they made a big point at the beginning to say that in-art is separate from Queen Studios, and yet it's doing the exact same shit that Queen Studios does, like changing their direction all the time.
What are they, Collecting Weekly?
Pushing shit back.
Well. I like what you said, Marco. Sorry, just quickly. I appreciate what you said, but I still do think I think the way that in-art has set up a lot of their ordering structures, you get a lot extra with that extra, the $500 package or like the more premium package. So if the accessories are like the big draw, which again, he doesn't really interact with a lot of stuff in the first film, maybe in the second he will. I just don't know, right? Is it going to be $100 better if in-art does it? Aug Toys, like the outfit version, the ceremony outfit that they've done, it looks fantastic. Like I think the tailoring is excellent. Sculpt is pretty close to what we were solicited. So for me, it's like the thought is, you're 100% right, Marco. You could pay $100 more, maybe get it next year. They're pushing it down the line, but it's not, like Hot Toys. You're pushing it 3 years out, from pre-order. But it's like you can guarantee that you can get this figure approximately Q1 2024, which is 7 months away, or you wait for in-art and you could be waiting significantly longer than that 7 months to maybe even not get it at all. So I don't know. It's a bit tough. I locked it in. I think it looks great. I have an in-art on pre-order that I've paid off that should have already been delivered if the initial TNS pre-orders were correct. That has gotten pushed out a little bit. So I mean, I'm $550 in on in-art at the moment, and I have really nothing to show for it. So I don't know.
I feel that you're feeling a little bit antsy to get something in your hands.
Yeah, I want that G-Man, bro.
Money. Yeah, no,
but then also, sorry, just real quick,
Wow,
I worry though.
Turn off our cameras.
I don't have the eye for this character, but it's like we already know there were things missing with the Gandalf. Is there going to be things missing with the Paul? I don't know. Eddie, go ahead.
There's gonna be patterns on this.
There's gonna be pants. Is there pants prints on this
But
figure?
this one has no accessories at all. So, anyways, go ahead.
You're correct. You are 100% correct, Mark.
I would personally want InArt to do a part 2. I think I'd feel kind of annoyed if they did one. I'd rather get this and have, since they're going to take forever anyway, just focus on part 2. Because we already know from the trailer there's a lot of things they can throw in with a part 2. Like, they can throw in the head wrap that he's wearing when he's about to ride the worm. They can throw in the hooks. They can throw in, we saw him with blue eyes at the end of the trailer. So obviously he could have a blue-eyed sculpt. So me personally, I'd rather get this and then InArt just focus on a part 2 since they're late anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I think they should just go ahead, if they're not too far along with the prototype, just go ahead and pivot to part 2. I know it's not that easy when it comes to licensing, but yeah, damn, the more I do see of this, it does look really good. But again, I am worried that with most collectors, it's always the latest and greatest sack. I know you don't collect that way. You're like, this is my version. I can futz with it. I can update things. Like this version is fine. But a lot of people are like, damn, I need the latest one. And so if you're going in on this, you're gonna feel that remorse when they show it maybe at Comic-Con, you know?
I would say you're 100% correct. A lot of collectors are latest is greatest, right? Have we confirmed that they're going to be at Comic-Con, or are we just predicting? Because it seems like no one's at Comic-Con this year.
That's the rumor that's going around, because we know for sure they're going to be at Comic-Con, and we know they're bringing Michael Jackson, I think, and maybe this one. That's the
I thought he died.
So, but
wow.
What would the point of that be, though, right? Like, if, let's say that they're coming to America, right? Eddie Murphy coming to America. And they're bringing a bunch of shit that we can't even buy. Like, what's the point of, like, can't even legally buy? What would the purpose of that be, right? They show up with Gandalf and Batman and Joker. Like, it would be like the Vegas show 2.0, right? Like, who is this for, right?
They know that they're selling to us. They've always been on this back.
I mean, for sure, 100%.
Also, Zach, you know what's even more insulting? When we were trying to get all the stuff done for the Gandalf, it was like, no, we are keeping to our schedule. We said we were going to do it by this date. We're not putting this or that or the other thing. And then they fucking delay it anyway. It's like, you fucking
It's crazy how nature did that, Eddie.
John did say that this one was globally licensed. He did make a point of emphasis on that one.
So this, by this you mean
the Paul Atreides,
the Paul that InArt would do would be globally licensed. Okay, fantastic, good. So I mean, if they're only bringing the global licensed stuff, though, what would they be bringing? Because I know for sure Joker's not. I know almost for sure that Pennywise is not, Gandalf is not, Batman is not. So they would bring Paul, and I don't think Harry Potter is. I haven't seen Harry Potter in a US.
MJ.
Michael Jackson?
Yeah.
So it'd be Paul and Michael Jackson?
We don't even know what they're doing. Yeah, there could be another one that they've
And then they were
secured.
doing the Monkey King figure, which I mean, it could be licensed, but I doubt it's licensed for the American market. It's such a niche, thing for them. I don't know. I appreciate the counterpoints, though, everyone. I think that's a great little bit of discussion. Let's move on here. We have the aforementioned delays. This is from João. Excellent in keeping us updated with all these sorts of news. The Gandalf was not near release, as some were saying. InArt just did a statement on their Chinese social media. Gandalf and Pennywise are delayed to around August 2023. Batman is delayed to November 2024. Or 23, November 2023. Be careful with your sources and have a great week. So I want to say that the initial... Let me just double check before I say something stupid. But according to TNS, when they had said that Gandalf was supposed to be out, let's double check. Let's see. It was supposed to be released Q2 2023. So they're pushing it back approximately a quarter, which isn't too crazy of a delay nonetheless. Do any of us have any of these on pre-order?
I have Gandalf on pre-order.
And I've got the Batman on pre-order.
Marco, which one did you go with? You went with the most premium set?
the lowest one. So the sculpted individual Batman. I just couldn't justify another $1,000 pack. Although it seems like good value with the bat signal, but yeah, I just went with the standard version. So that could be the last one to roll out, honestly.
Yeah. And then I think what are we missing here? So we have the Harry Potter, which we've seen a pre-order for, and we
Aragorn.
haven't Aragorn. Thank you, Eddie. And then we haven't seen anything from the Monkey King other than the tortilla with the Kit Kats, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of where we're at with this. I know there's quite a few other figures that were in that initial solicitation that we haven't seen yet. I want to say there was a Neo somewhere in there, a few other figures. So
They did
stay
tease.
tuned.
I think they. Okay, never mind. I could be wrong on this, but I know they announced that they weren't doing Neo in statue form anymore.
Okay.
Because it was going to be the same from the fourth movie, right? So they might be scratching Neo. I don't know if they'd go back and do the first movie or just scratch that project in general.
Neo and Mara both seem like big candidates to get scraped.
Yeah, definitely. So there's that. Just remember, check your sources. And yeah, Mario says, I believe Spec Fiction will be shipping the NR Joker in early July.
So
and
Zach,
Jose oh, go ahead.
Just what you were saying, like they're delaying figures. To me, that doesn't necessarily concern me. I think this is kind of like nailing down timelines that they're going to deliver things. Like, sometimes Sideshow will delay a figure, but it's like they've pushed it back a month. They know for sure it's coming now. So it's a delay, but it's more like we are certain now that it's coming in this timeline. So if we have further delays beyond this, I'll start to get concerned, but this feels more like a natural progression, and this doesn't worry me really in any way personally.
Anybody who ordered the Joker from Spec, I could ship tomorrow. Just saying.
Are people still waiting for their fucking Joker figure? God damn.
From Spec Fiction.
For cheaper.
Which, to be honest, I still don't really understand. Like, I don't know if it's worth speculating on air, but it seems very much like, obviously we know that's not a licensed figure for our area. But they're selling pre-order, so I don't really know how that works. I don't know if they just bought a bunch from TNS or something. I don't know.
He's also been known to let people move their down payments to other pre-orders other than me. So
Eddie, what's your price? Tell the people watching what's your price on the InArt Rooted 2-pack.
$1,100 plus shipping.
God damn. Just kidding. I don't know what these go for. But
I think from
$1,100
from Spec it was like $1,300. No.
If you want to save some money, hit up Eddie Money Mendes. It may have gooch grease on the box, but that is all we can guarantee.
Wow, you hate to see.
Game Toys Tifa $345.99 Q4 2023. Dean, I've heard the phrase "thick thighs save lives." Dean, tell me about this.
Yeah, thick thighs definitely save lives in this case. Tifa is a fucking badass. 345, pretty goddamn steep. Considering I think the base Cloud was like $180. To be fair, they jam-packed a lot of stuff in this box, but it's like you could have not done that and sold it much cheaper. But I think they see what people are willing to spend on these things, and they want a little piece of that cheddar cheese. But yeah, it's Tifa. She comes with 2 head sculpts, which I don't know why. She never wears her hair up, but they give you that head sculpt. And they give you her bar, which is badass. I actually really love that. So I pre-ordered this pretty much instantaneously as soon as it went up. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a fantastic figure. I can't wait to get it. Q4 2023, love to see it. We haven't seen, the last thing we saw of this figure was a head sculpt prototype in, it was like 6 months ago. So like at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm. And
it was just radio silence from Game Toys. Everyone's like, what's going on over there? But now we have this up for pre-order right now. It's up on Giant Toy, TNS.
This is the company that made the Sephiroth, the Cloud, and the Zack, correct?
Correct.
It's their 4th figure in the line? Okay.
Yeah. And they deliver. I mean, you're talking like 99% of prototypes. So, I mean, yeah, these figures are phenomenal. If you love
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 7, I would not wait on this. Considering the regular cloud release, I've seen sell, not ask. I've seen it sell for $600. So, yeah, if I would not wait to pre-order this.
I also had the Game Toys Ichigo, the hollow version and the regular version, and they were both really good figures, and I think they're both selling for like that same price. So
yeah,
they're really good figures.
Game Toys knocks it out of the park.
Dude, that Ichigo is super expensive. I've seen some people looking for it, and they were willing to spend like buku money. Let's.
Yeah. So do I get to speak, or are we just gonna?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You said that you had this work thing, and then like you just like. I don't know what you're doing.
If you see me on my phone, that's the reason. So
how dare you, Mark?
I've been calling for more video game figures for like, I don't know, anytime anyone will listen, right? And so I really appreciate this, the fact that they've given us like so many accessories. Like, this is a beautiful release, but at that price point for a character that I only like moderately care about, right? Like, if this was a Cloud, it would be for sure. And so obviously I miss out on that release, but so I cannot justify the price. Honestly, like, it's a beautiful release, but it's one of those where it's like, it just doesn't necessarily fit my collection. And so I just can't go all in. If I already had the Cloud, again, this would be a no-brainer, but
let me ask you this. Have you beaten the first game?
No, I haven't. I'm probably about a quarter way through the remake.
Okay. Is it something you're going to finish, and are you going to keep playing the games?
Yeah, of course.
I know for a fact Tifa is going to be one of those characters that you're really going to like be angry you didn't get. The second game should be out shortly after this figure. I say go for it.
Does it say
it's
what the bar is made of?
I did not see.
Because if that's a solid piece,
I think mahogany is what they said.
Oh wow!
I'm joking. I'm sure.
I don't
plastic.
think it's made of real wood. Yeah, it's gotta be plastic, but yeah, it's. I mean, it's a full bar. You can see it in front of her. It's not like a fascia. And 2 stools. You get the whiskeys, the flower from the beginning of the game.
That
is it
pretty
2
dope,
hair
though,
pieces or 2 head sculpts?
I believe it's just 2 completely different head sculpts. Because I don't know how you would do. Well, I guess you could do a swap out hair piece, but
you got hair piece from this?
Yeah, at the bottom right, she has her hair up.
I was making a herpes joke. I'm sorry. Let's move on.
Wow. Something to joke about. Let's see here. The chat is saying this is Bendita 1/6 scale figure. So
oh my god,
there's that. I don't think I'll ever be able to unsee that image. Ben's moving today, so he hopefully will be with us next week or very soon. But we miss him. My heart is will go on.
Also, Marco, these games are incredibly popular. I 100% see them doing Cloud or Sephiroth again. I can't imagine they wouldn't.
Cloud is such an iconic character. Even if you haven't played the games, you know of Cloud, right? So
yeah,
that'd be dope if they reissued.
Yeah,
or did it from the next game, like you're saying.
There we go. Dean, do we know after Tifa what they're working on next, or is this kind of all we got so far?
So we got Sephiroth, then we got Cloud, then we got Zack. We're getting Advent Children Cloud, which I have on order with the motorcycle, which is only like $150 more than this. It's fucking crazy. Then Tifa, and they did tease an Aerith along with the Tifa, so we might see that, but we also have the Toys era one coming, so I don't know if Game Toys is going to drop it or they're going to just say fuck it and come out with their era. So, but that's all we've seen is a head sculpt of both these characters before Tifa went up.
Gotcha. Eddie, you are the guest tonight, and you get to decide the bonus code for the Carnage 3,000 subscriber giveaway, Hot Toys giveaway that we're doing, sponsored by Collector Zone. All you have to do is click on that link in the comments, fill out a quick questionnaire, and you'll get entered to win. There's a bonus code slot at the bottom. And Eddie, what's the bonus code for tonight?
Guess who's back?
All right, guess who's back. They want the chat to be Bendita, LWO, Dean's the man. Wow, that's
Well,
yeah.
sorry, you get nothing. You get guess who's back. So
Guess who's back? There we go.
Mario's bitter that CW took over LWO last weekend, so that was a
He wasn't
beautiful thing to see.
there.
yeah, well,
I know
you
he's
can
not
have
bitter.
it.
I'm
was he
joking.
at? What was he? I missed.
was watching
it.
The
I missed
Flash.
TJ. Oh, he was. He was.
Wow.
Let's do a quick update because I got scammed. Starring Hotshot Comics, starring Doug Siegeless, starring Asheville Comics, and there's been some crazy updates. In fact, we may do another video with Brad, the guy that's suing Doug, tomorrow. I might be recording something. We're supposed to do it today, but our schedules got a little bit misaligned. But let's go back in time. I pre-ordered a Twig #1 variant, $55. That included the cost for the book, the cost for the shipping from Doug to me, and the cost for the encapsulation / grading from CGC.
I don't think I realized it was a Twig book. All this over a damn Twig book. My God.
Look, man, you don't
It's an
double-cross me
expensive
for a
book.
Twig. Not really. It's like a 55. It's like you could buy the book for like $35 right now. All of
Really?
Doug's problems could have been solved for like $35 or less. Anyways, and I said, "Fuck this guy. He scammed me." It's been a year. I started getting some weird vibes. Started looking into his
Allegedly.
feedback. No, I did get bad vibes, and so I started Googling him and found other people who allegedly may have been scammed by Doug. And I said, we're gonna make a video. We made a video, and as viral as a YouTube channel with 3,000 subscribers can have a video go, it went that viral. And we were getting people from all over the world emailing us with their receipts, with thousands of dollars of comics that they had not had returned yet by this business. And so one of the guys that I met was a guy named Brad, and Brad was different than all of us because he had actually went to the retail store and dropped off his comic books to be graded. And the books that he dropped off were worth a lot of money. I think if they came back at just even average grades, you'd be looking at over $10,000 in value. And at that amount of money, that is a very significant crime. And because it happened within the jurisdiction of this area, Asheville, North Carolina, things escalated. So in addition to Brad suing Doug in small claims court in North Carolina, we put up a second video. And again, the group that we have for this, for people that have been scammed, has almost 100 people in it, of people that have spent hundreds or thousands of dollars. Very few of them have just, spent, one book like me. CGC started getting involved. We had members receive emails from the vice president of CGC that said, "We're working on an announcement and a process in place to try and help out anyone that did do business with them without receiving the product." And they were getting their legal team involved in all of this. The legal team got involved, and phone calls went out. And at the moment, this is what CGC, or real quick, this is what Hotshot Comics has their statement on the issue. Now, we talked about their last statement. It was like, "Hey, you guys are freaking out, grabbing pitchforks. You guys are just being idiots." This is their current statement as of yesterday. We wanted to provide some more details as far as where we are in getting things caught up and shipping for older orders. We're working on a blog that will provide all the details of how we got to this point and what we're doing to recover. But for this post, I want to tell you where we're at right now. We've been dealing directly with CGC as well as their debt collection lawyer for some time. We've been in a very poor financial position that we were just beginning to dig out of, closing 2 of our 3 shops in order to facilitate this process. We're finally this month got to a point financially where we can make regular payments to CGC so that we can begin receiving regular shipments somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 comics at a time, weekly to bi-weekly. We had all this arranged, told their collection lawyer what to expect and when to expect payment, and then last week he and the other lawyer, who have also been speaking with, went silent. We want these orders to be fulfilled at least as badly as you do, but probably more so. A little over a week for us, we explained a doable timeline for us, verified that CGC would ship comics as we paid for them. They agreed, and said our first payment would cover 4 boxes of 25, the oldest ideally. That payment was supposed to be Thursday or Friday, but no one got back to us, and finally this morning we get an email that states that now all of a sudden they're going to require 25% of the debt minimum to take a payment. Well, this was news to us as we had already agreed on a little over $2,000 and they were fine with this, but now they've decided to delay the process and add this little wrinkle into the roadblock, if you will. This new requirement will add months to the timeline for us to receive graded books instead of possibly this week. We wanted everyone to know what's going on and who is now responsible for the extension of the delays. For anyone interested in speaking with them directly, and he lists their emails and says that they're sorry for the continued delays. Here's the thing, he's kicking it down the line again as he had been doing for years. He's blaming everyone but himself. The $55 that I paid for my book was supposed to go directly to CGC to grade that book. This guy is an absolute piece of garbage. The fact that he wants us as collectors to pressure CGC to send these books is absolutely bonkers to me. Absolutely bonkers. Now, today, CGC put up a statement on their forum that says, effective immediately, the membership account of Hotshot Comics, Asheville Comics, Douglas Siegeless, collectively Hotshot Comics, has been terminated by CGC. If you have submitted comics to CGC through Hotshot Comics, or if you have purchased pre-sales of CGC graded books from Hotshot Comics and you believe those books are currently at CGC, please contact our customer service team at service@collectiblesgroup.com. You will be asked to fill out a claim form and provide purchase/submission documentation. Since CGC was not a party to any transactions between individual collectors and Hotshot Comics, we cannot promise or guarantee any particular result. However, we will work with you and with Hotshot Comics to resolve your situation as best as we can. CGC will not charge collectors for any books submitted or pre-purchased through Hotshot Comics if you can show that you are out of pocket. We will also not charge you for shipping either. Please understand that we can only help to the extent that the particular books are in our possession, for example, actually submitted to CGC in the first place. Please understand that it will take a week or so for customer service to get back to you. Guys, we fucking won. Even if, I am 100% certain very few of us will be made whole. But the fact that there are hundreds, that 25% is approximately 100 comics-ish, or is less than 100 comics. They might have 400 or 500 comics at CGC allegedly that have not been paid for yet. And, we all have our receipts and we've been encouraged to get these to CGC. And I got to say that for CGC, they absolutely didn't have to take our side on this. They could have turned a blind eye. And I think it's a very stand-up gesture that they're like, hey, we're going to waive the grading fee for the collector. We're going to waive the shipping fee. They're taking a huge L on this one, money-wise, for potentially hundreds of books. And I encourage everyone that has commented on our first or second videos, we're going to clip this, make it its own video, to write to CGC and see if they can get your books back. In a perfect world, everyone would be made whole again. But I've always said the main goal of all of this was to put pressure on him to end this scam and to prevent fellow collectors in the future going forward from being ripped off by the same scam. And I think we've done just that. And the fact that even one collector may get a book back, I think it's icing on the cake to me. So we've always said that if our listeners have been wronged, we're always willing to go to bat for you guys. I think that's one of the best parts of our channel. And I'm glad that we had a favorable outcome in this case. What do you guys think about it?
Yeah, just really quick, I wanted to point out that in his first post, Mr. Siegeless, with the pitchforks post, was like, guys, we're waiting for CGC. Like, I don't know, you guys are getting all up in arms, and, they're behind, and we're waiting on CGC. And then it turns out, no, you're not waiting on CGC. They're fucking waiting on you to pay the money that you've already been paid by all these people. You got paid up front. So where did all that money go?
And Dean, the wild part to me is like, even if he made CGC whole again, right, and paid these however many thousands of dollars that he was behind, that's just CGC. That doesn't cover him shipping the books to us. Right, the packing, the shipping, $10 an order times, there's some people shipping to England, right? 20 books, hundreds of dollars in shipping. So, I gotta say, I think for me, this solidifies me as a lifetime customer of CGC.
Yeah.
This is such a stand-up thing that they have done. It's incredible.
Yeah. And terminated his account. He can't do this to more people later.
Exactly.
Let's just say he gets all this resolved. He's not going to be able to open up a new account with CGC. They're going to be like, no, fuck you.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
yeah, I think just that in itself is a win. That he's not going to be able to scam more people, allegedly. So, yeah, I think this is fantastic, and I hope if you're out there, whoever you are, let us know. If you get your book back, whenever that may be. So we might not see anything for a few months. So, yeah, it's just a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, and the video that we do tomorrow, there's like the story gets crazier and crazier. There's a certain television personality judge that is very interested in having Brad and Doug on. So
Judge Judy, huh?
I'm not confirming. I'm not denying. I'm not saying nothing. But tomorrow, if I can coordinate with Brad, we'll do a.
Bro, I hope you get to go.
That would be cool. I'll be the
Judge
judge.
Judy would eat Zach alive.
I'm not the criminal. I'm
Sir,
not the alleged criminal.
She won't even care. She won't even care.
Sir, is that gooch grease
She'll still
on my
attack
what is that? The little stand thing? Podium. Thank you. Sir, is that a Baldo? Eddie, what do we think about? What do we think about this?
No, that's really crazy. That's I didn't know what was going on in the first place, but that's crazy that he comes out and tries to like to feed on collectors' pity, like, oh, I'm in a financially tough place with closing down. Like, dude, this is all irrelevant to, like, we don't give a shit. You took money, so like, why are you trying to pity us into being like, oh, I'm trying to make it right? Like, you messed up. It doesn't matter what CGC, and if CGC is asking for more money down, that's only because they don't trust you in the first place to commit past those small payments. Like, if 2,000 isn't enough and they need 25%, like, you owe them a shit ton of money if 2,000
yeah,
is 25%.
exactly, dude.
So like, yeah, I don't get where you come off in this response. And then, yeah, it's amazing that CGC is even willing to help any of them, because yeah, they could totally, they're technically out on this. Like, they don't have to do anything, and it's really cool. And I think that that's really cool to see from a company helping out fellow collectors. That's cool.
Yeah, I think if the average person has 2 books they're waiting for, and there's 100 people, that's over 10 grand right there. And some people had multiple books and more expensive books than that. So I can't even imagine how much he owes CGC.
Yeah, Benjamin is 100% correct. TV courts, they pay for the outcome and the judgment isn't legally binding. You're 100% correct. But if Brad takes Doug to small claims court and wins $10,000, he's not going to get a penny of it. So you get your money back and you're made whole, or you sue him in small claims court and get nothing, and, trying to squeeze water out of a rock. So that's obviously not for me to decide. That's that's Brad's decision if he wants to go that route, and we'll talk about that tomorrow. We have Hot Seat Jeopardy. I mentioned it wasn't going to be a crazy long show today, but we are very excited. Eddie is going to be taking over Team Bendito's 6 points. We have 3 categories, and I promise I wasn't trying to be insensitive here, but Eddie's favorite film, or one of his favorite films of all time, is Titanic. So the categories for today, oh damn it, Marco, sorry, we'll run this back. Marco, go ahead.
I blame Eddie, honestly. No, we're good. We're good to move on to hot seat. I just had to give you shit. I just have to give you shit.
How dare you? How dare you? Are you sure we got as much time?
No,
we're
good.
running a little bit early today. Let's see. Hot seat. Let's see. I gotta get this pulled up back again.
So before we get into this, Zach is Titanic is one of my favorite films, but I'm so fucking nervous that there's gonna be some lady's name that I don't remember. That is going to be a question, and
his questions can get really hard.
Jeez,
what the fuck, bro?
Who broke the news about 9/11 to? No, did you see that clip on Twitter?
Wow. No.
What? Wait,
All
what
right.
clip?
I don't want. Let me find it. I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, send that clip. Okay, Dean, you are the points leader with 700 points. The choice is yours. Let's Eddie, just in case you haven't done it for, just put a period in the private chat. That's your buzzer. So we'll go off of the order there. And friendly gentleman's honor, if you will, don't look at the chat and
Like
just
Mario?
stay in this little
Okay.
Wow. Dean, the choice is yours.
Spaceballs 100.
Spaceballs 100, and Eddie, anyone can steal any question. Dean doesn't have first.
We have to answer like what is.
Nah, I'm not.
what,
Pretty lenient.
who
Pretty
is-
lenient about that.
Oh, okay.
Pretty lenient
All
about
right.
that. All right, here we go.
Sounds good.
Spaceballs 100. In Spaceballs, what is the name of the spaceship that parodies the iconic Millennium Falcon from Star Wars?
Yeah, good fucking luck. I know what it is. I don't know the name of it.
You know what it is. Give you guys 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. The answer is, what is the Eagle 5? Dean, the choice is yours again.
Oh shit! That was
I feel like Marco should have got that one. He's
He's
the oldest.
Titanic 100.
Titanic 100. What is the famous line spoken by Jack Dawson to Rose DeWitt? I'm not even going to read that. On the bow of the ship. Eddie.
I'm on top of the world.
Let me double check. Marco's chimed in next. Let me double
Is
check.
it
my
I'm
answer
king of the
here.
world?
Well,
I said I'm on top of the world.
On top of the world. Okay, hang on. I need to double check it. Where we go. What was your first answer, Eddie?
I'm on top of the world.
That is incorrect.
Oh no! It is king.
Marco,
king
what
of
is
the
your
world.
choice?
I'm king of the world.
That is correct. I'm king of the world.
Son of a.
Let's go.
Well played. Well
Wow,
played. Marco,
fake
the
fan.
choice is yours.
Let us go Pineapple Express for 100.
Pineapple Express for 100. Which actor portrays the character of Red, Dale's high school friend and supplier? Marco, you've chimed in first.
Who is Danny McBride?
That is correct. Marco, 800
go.
points. The choice
I
is
blame
yours.
my internet.
Pineapple Express for 200, please.
Yeah, Pineapple Express 200. The question is, Pineapple Express features a thrilling car chase scene. What type of vehicle do Dale and Saul use during the chase? Eddie.
I shouldn't have done this. Kia Soul.
I made a
That's
mistake.
incorrect. Anyone else want to chime in? Dean, I don't know if that's you buzzing in. But if it
Yeah.
is.
Is
Okay.
it a Caprice?
I think you can be a little bit less specific.
I think it's a Chevy Caprice.
Be a little less specific.
Chevy.
I don't know how.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me. I think you are correct. All right. Let's see. A police car, the Caprice police car. Is that what you're?
Oh.
Or no?
Oh, dude, I was thinking of his yellow car, bro.
Yeah. To be fair, I was not thinking of a police car.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll dock you the points.
Yeah.
I believe it was your choice, Marco.
All right, let's go Pineapple Express for 300.
Pineapple Express for 300. We'll do a new line here. Pineapple Express 300. What type of business does Dale Denton work for? Eddie.
He serves people. Does that count?
Yeah, I'll give you that. He's a process server.
Yeah.
Eddie, the choice is yours.
Pineapple Express for 400, please.
Pineapple Express for 400. What is the name of the dangerous criminal Dale inadvertently crossed paths with? Eddie.
Ken?
That is
Ken?
incorrect.
God, it's with a K.
Anyone else want to chime in on that one? 3, 2, 1. Who is Ted Jones?
Oh, Ted. Way
damn
off,
it.
bro.
Eddie, the choice is. Or actually, who are we? Who's the choice here? Is it still?
I think Eddie got one. Yeah, it's still
Okay, Eddie, the choice is yours.
I'll do Titanic for 200.
Titanic for 200. What song from the Titanic became a massive hit and won an Academy Award for Best Original Song? Marco.
My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Let me double check.
Wow, look at
that
this
is wow. I almost want to give you a second point for that.
Let's go.
Marco, the choice is yours.
Let's go Titanic 300, please.
Titanic 300. In which year did the real life Titanic sink?
Actual history? I'm out.
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 1912. Marco, the choice is yours.
I was going to say 1919.
Let's finish off Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express 500. When Dale is trying to psych Red up for taking karmic control of his destiny, he uses several examples of things Red could be reincarnated as if he has good karma. You'll come back as an eagle. You'll come back as a dragon. You'll come back as blank. What famous actor does Dale reference? Eddie.
What famous actor?
Yes.
You'll come back as...
I'll
pass.
give you 5 more seconds.
You can't pass.
I was going to say anal bead. I don't know what the fucking actor is.
You are not incorrect with that, but you're also not correct. Anyone else want to take a stab at it? This is 500 points on the line. 3, 2, 1.
Wait, I got it. Oh,
who's
okay,
Jude Law?
Jude Law.
I don't think you can chime back in again. Whose choice is it? Eddie's?
Marco's, I think.
I think it's
Marco,
me. Yeah.
go ahead.
Let's go Titanic for 400.
Titanic for 400. Who played the lead character Rose Dewitt and Jack Dawson in the movie Titanic? Is that... No, that's not a new line, so we'll do a new line. Marco?
Who are Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio?
That is correct.
I can't remember Kate Winslet's name.
Me either.
1,400 points.
Dude, Marco's smart.
I know, it took me
man.
a second.
He's looking it up.
Marco, go ahead.
Let's go Titanic for 500.
Titanic for 500. How many Academy Awards did Titanic win? 3, 2, 1. The answer is 11. Marco.
Okay, good. I was going to say
You
8.
killed it. All right, let's go Spaceballs for 200.
Spaceballs 200. Spaceballs was directed by Mel Brooks, a renowned comedian. Which character did Mel Brooks portray in the film? Dean.
Yogurt.
Let me double check that.
Oh, I think he plays 2.
I'm double checking it. Yes, that is actually correct as well. So I will give you that one. I had President Screw, but you are 100% correct. Dean, the choice is yours.
Spaceballs 300.
Spaceballs 300. In Spaceballs, which planet is the home of the Druish princess Vespa? Three, 2, 1. No? Anybody?
What
is Druidia?
Damn it! I was gonna say it. Shit.
A lot on the line here,
There are
Dean.
there are no Hot Toys questions in here.
I hit enter.
Oh,
but I
yeah,
never
of course
put a
not. I don't think we do
period,
that.
so-
You guys complained last time we did Hot Toys questions. Dean, the choice is yours still.
Spaceballs 400.
Spaceballs 400. In Spaceballs, what is the secret code needed to access the shield of Princess Vespa's home planet? Did anyone watch the movie?
Yeah. Oh my god.
These details escape me.
God, you guys are awful. 3, 2, 1, 0. What is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Oh man, I thought that's what it was. I was like, no, that's the suitcase. Look.
Well, he says that's the password to my luggage.
You're right. God damn it. Oh shit.
Spaceballs 500. Is everybody ready for the final question? Lots on the line here. In a memorable scene, the spaceship in Spaceballs goes to a speed beyond light speed. What is this speed called in the movie, Dean?
Made also famous by the name of the fastest Tesla you could buy, the Plaid. They went Plaid.
I don't think that's the answer.
It is. They go Plaid. They go so fast that everything turns Plaid. What do you mean?
I don't think that's the answer. Real
You
quick.
don't think.
Real
That means you
quick.
don't know.
I don't know.
Bro, they go
so.
Plaid. That's the joke of the Tesla.
No. It's the joke, but the dial, the speed that they're going, I don't think it says plaid.
Okay,
Hang on,
but that's not
the
what your thing says. It says in a
what
memo
is this
scene.
speed called? It's ludicrous speed.
Okay, but that's what the dial goes to, but they go even faster than that. They go to Plaid. You didn't say dial here. You said in the scene. What
I voted.
speed does it go?
He gets it. That. I feel like that was a damn good answer.
Okay, I'll give it to you because they do say they've gone to plaid, but I always thought that was like, you know, when you go light speed, it's like that blue star. I thought the plaid was like, oh, you're in ludicrous speed now. I could be wrong. I'm gonna give you the points though. So Dean is at 1,200, Marco's at 14, Eddie's at 300. We'll get your writing utensils out. We have Final Jeopardy. Let's. I don't know that that's the answer, but yeah, it's not plaid speed. It's just what it looks like. Eddie, do you have a something you could, like a note?
I mean, you could not give me the points. It's your game.
No, I'll give it to you. That's fine. But
notes on my phone.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little Final Jeopardy.
Okay.
I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat saying it's not plaid. So.
Yeah, I mean, if the chat doesn't think I got it, I didn't get it.
I'll give it to you.
Whoa, Dean sucks?
I've always
interpreted.
Whoa,
too far, guys.
Who said that?
Wow, I'm seeing it right here.
Jose says they go plaid when they stop after being in ludicrous speed. One of the most iconic scenes, though, how it's like projecting on their faces. Oh boy! All right, Marco, you have your device ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay, all I need is a number. Okay, I don't need the titles of these films. Let me get my Final Jeopardy musical, and we'll play this music twice. Remember, you're also putting the points that you want to wager. Seth Rogen and James Franco have appeared in multiple films together. How many movies have they starred in together, including Pineapple Express? So the total number of films that they have starred in together. We'll play this twice. We'll play that one more time for you guys. Let's see here. All right, Eddie Money Mendez. What do we got here?
I put 5.
Okay. Dean the Dream Martin. What do we got?
I put 4, 200. Wager 200 points.
Oh, I didn't have any points to wager, I don't think.
I wagered 0 points and I put 3.
All right. The correct answer is. Let me pull back up the Jeopardy screen here.
I know Marco is wrong.
The correct answer is 4. Pineapple Express, This Is the End, The Interview, and Sausage Party.
Sausage Party is what I forgot about.
What's that
I didn't know he
movie?
was in Sausage Party.
Yeah,
he's the main character.
I put 5 because I added that movie where James Franco plays the crazy director. He's not in that? Seth Rogen?
No. Oh, he is, right? He is.
That's 5 then, if he's in it. I don't know if he's in it.
Oh, the Room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
He doesn't star in it, though. He doesn't star in it, so I think
he
that's
just directed it or like produced it?
He's like a guest appearance.
I'm going to double check.
Oh, if he's in it at all, then I would.
Yeah,
no, I know
if
you
he's
lied.
in it.
Well, I don't know that you
Well, I guess, appeared.
I'm sorry, you said The Room?
Yeah.
Well,
James
that's the parody of the movie. It's the actual movie's called The Room. I don't know what the
Damn it! What is that movie called? Yeah.
Oh, The Disaster Artist.
Yes.
Disaster Artist. Nice.
Wow, hang on. They were both in Green Hornet as
Seth
well.
Rogen's in it.
Wow.
Hang on, time out. Let me double check.
Oh, they're both in Green Hornet.
God damn it, ChatGPT. Yeah, I think. Hang on. Seth Rogen and James Franco. How many?
So
movies
my buddy
together?
who's in the medical field was telling me he uses ChatGPT to like write up documents, and he's like, then it started lying to me, and I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
This isn't right. So yeah.
It says they've been in 8, but I don't.
ChatGPT.
I think this is more like starring in. I guess that's probably the proper word. We'll go with 4. We'll give Dean the W this time. Dean, congratulations.
No, I would have tied me with Marco.
You put 200 points?
Yeah, I was only at 1,200.
Oh, we have a final Jeopardy, Dean?
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can't tie in Jeopardy?
Your Trebek card has been revoked.
Wow.
Yeah. We need to question the hot seat Oxfordy. This should not be renewed for the... Damn, if you guys hate Oxfordy, we just don't have to do it. That's fine.
I love Oxfordy. Should we? Should we do one final Pineapple Express question to do the tiebreaker, or how do you want to?
Yes. Do it? Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me.
Wait. Let me see if I can come up with a question.
I have.
Have we done this is the end for a movie of the week? I forget. We did it not that long ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. This is the question. Same thing. We'll do a new line. All right. I'm trying to form this into a question, but what is the other name of weed that Chris gets, the loiterer, in Pineapple Express?
The loiterer?
Yeah, or the lingerer. I'm sorry. He's like, he lingers.
Linger. All right. I'm
Marco.
gonna guess. I think it's. I don't think this is right, but Snickle Fritz.
That's correct.
Let's go.
The tie has been broken, baby.
Chris gets Snickle
Fritz.
That's
That's
right.
exactly the line.
That is
Chris getting Snickle. He lingers. Okay, so that's our last ever Oxfordy. Hope you guys enjoyed that while it lasted, but we're never doing it again.
Bring it back. We need a reissue of it.
Yeah, they
I need to
hated
be
it.
more prepared for that next time.
They hated
I wasn't sure if we were answering first because he said put in a new line.
Yeah, put a
But-
line.
Oh, okay. I wouldn't have gotten that anyway, but I was confused.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, I'm just off today. Now, these are the last 5 years of Toy Fair exclusives dating back to 2018. We've seen a lot of different figures. And as a way, I guess I don't know if we're doing hot seat anymore, but as a way to accumulate hot seat points for July, we asked everyone, or Marco rather, came up with this great idea to ask everyone to pick 4 figures and come with reasons why you think that they will be made this summer. I'll go first. Here's my list. So starting with Symbiote Spider-Man, I think that we could see a quick VGM release of the Symbiote Spider-Man. This is a figure that I think that we could see a more deluxe release, right? But I feel like they already, like, this is such a popular suit, right? And it seems to be a main suit in the new game that they could make this either as a comic version or as a VGM version. And then down the line, if they needed to, release a 2.0 or like a more deluxe, non-convention exclusive. I think it would be a great idea for them to release this now, capitalize on that hype of the trailer, of the summer convention game hypes. So that's my first pick. My second pick is Spirit Yoda. I think Hot Toys, they do a lot of reprints, a lot of easy stuff for this type of release. I think doing a Spirit Yoda with the old ESB molds, I think would be really smart. We see him, obviously, in episode 6 as a Force Ghost. We see him, what is it, episode 8 or 9 as a Force Ghost. So you'd be able to kind of capture both of those films' audiences with it. Also, it is the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. I think this would be an easy release for them. You know, apply a little bit of a glitter effect, maybe a little bit of black light effect. I think this would be a really cool figure, and I think it is very much something that I think it's a figure that would be easy for them to make. Now, in the past, they did the Neon Tech Iron Man, and it seems like lately they're doing the holographic Iron Man. So Marco had given me a gold color for mine, but I think they're going to do some sort of a holographic Iron Man type figure. So that's my choice for the Iron Man slot, which they seem to do every Toy Fair.
So
and
Zach,
last,
are we going to get extra points if you pick the specific, type? So like,
yeah,
for
I was gonna
instance,
say,
a specific
shouldn't you
model.
Pick a mark. Pick a mark.
Okay, yeah. Okay, no, I like that. So the 42 and the 43 are pretty similar. Like, they're basically just repaints of each other. So I would go like the 42/43. I think that would be most likely. The last one that I think that they will do is Nurse Joker. I feel like it would be a good response by Hot Toys. Make a limited Dark Knight Returns, or Dark Knight Returns, right? Do a limited Dark Knight,
just Dark Knight.
Dark Knight figure they've already dipped the toe in that DC license for the Bale trilogy. The only figure that I feel that we haven't seen that we really need, because Harvey Dent was already released a long time ago, that kind of sat on the shelf for a bit. Bane is coming out. I think the next logical step is, you could probably argue for Scarecrow, but I really think it's going to be a Nurse Joker. And those are my 4 choices. What do you guys think about those?
Yeah, they all make sense. I could see all of them.
I don't think the Spirit Yoda will happen, but I think all the other ones are very, very plausible figures. The only reason I don't see Yoda happening is because they've never done a Spirit figure before, so I don't see why they'd start now.
That's true.
Now, you are correct, Eddie, but the reason I think it could be coming is Hasbro just did a 3-pack Spirit figure set this year. Marco, what do you think about this list?
Yeah, I really like this list, honestly. I think that they're going to save the symbiote Spider-Man for a little bit closer to when the game releases, right? Which is coming up very soon.
Yeah.
And do a more like larger release, because we know that that's going to be a very popular figure. And, you know, this Nurse Joker, I think that's a really good choice, but everyone says they want it, but do we really want a Nurse Joker? I know people are saying, yeah, but it's like, it's kind of
It's like the new
People have been
like,
asking for it.
it's
for
like
a
the
long
new
time.
Where's Cyborg meme, right? Like, where's
Yeah.
Nurse Joker?
Right.
I will say I think the weakest pick on my list is Symbiote Spider-Man. I would have gone with Venom, like, you know, using the molds that we already have, just slap on the white logo that everyone's been asking for. The only reason that I didn't is because they just brought out that Carnage Venom, and I think it would piss a lot of people off. That was the only one that I wasn't quite sure on. I was between, you know, Symbiote and then Venom, but that's my list.
Yeah, so my list is with the new Spider-Man 2 game coming out, I think we're going to get a reissue of a base form advanced suit or Miles. Because I think that I don't think they're going to repackage them in a Spider-Man 2 box. And if they do, it'll be kind of limited because, you know, these figures are already out there. But I feel like once the game comes out, their suits are going to be quite different in the game. I think just based on trailers that we've seen, you know, they show us kind of what they want us to see. But I don't think these suits will actually be featured very heavily in the game. But they're going to want to, you know, get as much as they can out of these figures. So I think it'll be, you know, a quick, short reissue that, you know, appeases some people. And, you know, like Zach's pick with the Venom suit, I think that will be like a huge Spider-Man 2 figure. So just get these out here, you know, like I said, appease some collectors. And it's easy reissue. They already do these figures. Second would be a reissue of an Indiana Jones. The new movie's out. A lot of people are hyped on Indiana Jones right now. There's a whole new figure line that we've seen from even Hasbro. A lot of third parties of Indy have been coming out, and usually that's kind of an indicator of like, you know, what's on the back burner elsewhere. So I think we'll see maybe an Indiana Jones. Whether it's a reissue of an older figure or a new Indy, you know, we'll see. And then the Rooted Bo-Katan. What a better time to reissue the Bo-Katan. They've already teased it with the pre-orders for the IG-12. And, you know, like I said, all these figures are always reissues, so for the most part. So I think it'll be a reissue of the Rooted Bo-Katan.
Dang, yeah, I really like this list, Dean. Yeah. Especially with the Spider-Man from the PS4 then PS5 game. I think that's one that could be coveted because a lot of folks came in right when that was, you know, just in stock and going away. And yeah, I think the Bo-Katan, that seems like a no-brainer. They've already teased it. I don't think that one looks particularly good, the prototype they showed, but yeah,
it doesn't.
I wouldn't doubt they do it. No, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I missed the Spider-Man PS4 like 8 times. I was going to buy it, and I was like, nah, I better not. And I'm really sad I don't own this figure.
I think the way that they could also differentiate this between the first version is throwing in a portrait. You know, whether they go the PS4 route or the PS5. True. Obviously, more likely the PS5 route, but I think these are solid picks. The only one that's
for
maybe
Miles.
Exact. That actually makes Miles a much better pick in my opinion. Well played, Eddie. What do you think about this list?
I think it's a pretty solid list. I don't think Indy will happen just because of Harrison Ford, but we'll see.
You're not wrong. I just figured they already have the license, and if they don't release something soon, they're gonna lose it. So kind of like they did with the Back to the Future, it's like kind of came out of nowhere. So that's kind of where my head was at.
Definitely. Let's take a look here at the next on the list. We got Eddie Money Mendez.
So, okay, so my picks were Moff Gideon in his Mandalorian armor. Only because that was a big part of season 3 for Mando, and I know they're gonna do at least one Star Wars figure, so I thought that was the most likely to happen. Keaton, so I told Marco like one of the armors from his armor
Hall
set.
of Armor, basically.
Yeah, the Hall of Armor. I didn't pick a specific one, but if we have to pick specifics, I'll go with the. This is tough.
Maybe the
I'll go
blue
with
and
the
yellow one.
Yeah,
Blue and
maybe
gray,
the
yeah.
blue and gray. I'll go with the blue and gray from that Hall of Armor set. And then, so I blame Marco for this because he could have told me that this was already out when I sent him the text. But
I didn't
I picked
understand
the
until I
metallic,
dug into it.
the metallic Spider-Man suit from the end of what is it? No Way Home.
No way home.
No Way Home, yeah.
So I will. Can I change my pick on that one, or do I have to stick with it now?
Yeah, change your pick, bro.
Do whatever you want, bro.
I'm gonna go with the Spider-Punk from Miles Morales, or from Into the Spider-Verse.
Hobie?
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know the name of the character. But
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
gonna go with Spider-Punk from Into the Spider-Verse, and so my last pick was the second Flash from the Flash, the younger Barry Allen, when he fixes up Keaton's original suit to be his Flash suit. I just feel like
That'd be a really easy figure for them. To
yeah,
make. That's
and-
a
That's a
smart
good
pick.
pick, Eddie.
That's a really good pick.
I like it.
yeah, that's my list.
What do you think, Marco?
Nice. Yeah, so he went pretty heavy on the Flash. I would say the only thing that gives me pause with that is we know it's tanking at the box office, so maybe Hot Toys is peeling back on their plans to go all in on the Flash, but I think this is a really good list, and that Moff Gideon, I forget about that, but it has to be coming. They definitely are going to do that Moff Gideon with the
For sure.
with the Mando armor.
Bro, if they don't, I'll be very upset. That's the only Gideon I want in my collection. Is that armor's so badass.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what the 1/6 Fix gave us.
Yeah, so I was thinking back to, I was like, okay, what quick and dirty Trooper reissues can they do? Obviously, we saw this Death Trooper Specialist show up in Andor, but we never got any figures from Andor. So I'm going to say that's going to be the one and only figure we're going to get from the Andor show, and it'll be the Specialist reissue. And then T-800, I don't even know if they still have this license. This is something that, may have lapsed and gone to InArt or numerous companies at this point. But I really, really am hoping and praying we get another reissue of the T-800. Not even reissue, but a 2.0.
Leather.
Or this would be a 3.0, right? Because we've had a few iterations. So real leather,
Yeah, they've
Dean,
made
you're
quite a
spot
few.
on.
That'd be
You're spot on.
badass.
Yeah, so this would be an incredible one. This, they did the RoboCop, I believe, last year. So it's like, okay, maybe they're kind of playing in that sandbox.
The
again,
80s,
right?
bro.
So,
Nice.
yeah,
Smart,
so that's kind of
dude.
what made me go there. And then I had the same thought as Zach, that they'll probably do an Iron Man repaint. I'm going to go with the 46, 47 colorway. And so maybe, let's just say like it'll be a holographic of that, I said colorway, but of that model, basically. And then I think a Scarecrow. So this is, we know they've dipped their toe back into the Nolanverse, and this is kind of one of those villains that they've done before, but they haven't really done a 2.0 or a reissue of the Scarecrow. And I'd love to have this version with the suit, with his suitcase. I think that'd be a really cool one to add to the other Dark Knight or Dark Knight trilogy figures I have. So yeah, that's my list. What do you guys think?
Did the original Scarecrow have the head sculpt of the actor? Because that'd be cool.
It didn't have the Cillian Murphy head sculpt from what I remember.
This is a good list.
It's a solid list. The only reason I don't think the Death Trooper is because we already got the chocolate one, which was terrible.
Chocolate?
You mean the brown chrome, the black chrome? Yeah, the
black
chocolate chrome.
Yeah, but it was
Why'd
chocolate.
they do
yeah.
that? They still never explained to us why the fuck they did that.
I don't. I don't think we'll ever get an answer.
I like
but the
this list.
T800, that's a good pick. When you said RoboCop was last year, it was like, shit, that's smart.
Could you imagine? They would break the internet if they dropped this. So many people would be hyped.
Yeah.
Bro. Everyone would be upset because they just got the present twins.
Yeah, but I think that'd be more incentive for Hot Toys to do it. It's because they're like, yeah, you're going to fucking make one? Here's ours. So
Daddy's
that's
home, baby.
pretty smart. Iron Man's always a safe bet, whether it's Neon Tech or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they're doing. Pretty good list.
I like this list. I think Scarecrow probably makes more sense than Nurse Joker because I
They've
feel
already
like
done it.
in the grand scheme of the trilogy, to me he seems like the most niche villain, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think a Nurse Joker would be like more a regular release where they could have a large lead up time to it, really promote it.
I mean, he's in 2 movies, right?
I think he's in all 3. He's in the beginning of the second one and he's the judge in the third one.
Judge
But
in
he
the
was
third, that's
only
right.
in the third one because, obviously what happened with Heath Ledger. But I like this pick more than Nurse Joker. I think
But
it
the
is
Nurse Joker makes more sense that they want to keep it like limited, kind of like the in art, but do their own version, a new version of the Joker that in art hasn't done, but keep it with that collectible kind of
Omega for the exclusive. Wow. What if the exclusive?
Damn, that's a good choice too.
What if the exclusive is Imperial Crosshair, bro?
That would be sick.
That would be smart
good
too.
pick.
Sick.
That's a good pick.
Damn,
He's a trooper and they're on trooper.
Yeah. God, now the only cause for pause for me is I really wanted to pick like a Star Wars comic something like the arena suit Boba Fett originated in the comics. I really couldn't. I racked my brain. I really couldn't think of anything. Maybe like a Luke
Samson?
Skywalker. Oh, that's a good pick.
We haven't
Dang.
gotten one yet.
That's fuck, some good stuff there.
That would go crazy.
Yeah, let's
Bonus points if that's it.
I want to be I just, in the interest of being a dick and picking on Marco, I think his list is the most likely to fail. Other than that Iron Man. So.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Tell me why.
say less. Let's.
You're just rooting against me now.
Yeah, Marco, that's a good idea. We can. So what we'll do is we'll put a post up on Facebook. Marco, if you can do that, and you guys can drop your picks. And yeah, let's see. I'm trying to find. Apparently, we missed something on the show sheet, which isn't uncommon. Hot Toys President Loki. I don't know how we missed this, aka Abuelo Loki. This was the one that was super exclusive. This was the one that came with all the stickers and, the little light box.
I totally forgot about all that.
Yeah, look at that.
Wasn't it supposed to be limited? Or was it supposed to be a number or something?
There's one version that's limited that comes with all the tchotchkes, and then another just standard release.
Yeah. I like that word.
Yeah.
Tchotchke.
I don't know.
Use it in a sentence.
I still don't like the port. I still think this is Abuelo Loki, to be honest.
My tia went to Mexico and brought back a lot of tchotchkes.
It's something about the nose. I just
We have
don't...
Loki at home.
Wow.
Loki at home.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's not the worst figure I've ever seen. I don't even think it's the worst Loki I've ever seen. But this scene takes all of 30 seconds. So it's not even like the main Loki. It's just another Loki. So it's like, I don't feel the need to have this in the collection, like at all. Not even a little bit. Like it looks good, but why?
Yeah, I felt like the big appeal here, correct me if I'm wrong, Marco, but it seemed like people were just really excited that it was exclusive more than anything, right? Because you get the t-shirt, you get the little Loki badge, which I value at all of like $1. You get all the little stickers and the little cards. I mean, it seems like, I don't know. I hate to use the word hype beast, but like, I felt like, because I don't think we ever got this at Sideshow.
Never came to the American market, yeah.
Yeah, it felt like, to me, the people that were really hoping that it would come to the American market were, I hate to say it, but I felt like it was like trend buying or like following that hype. I never really felt like, because Dean said this is a 30-second scene in the show. I never really felt like this really warranted any significant consideration.
My only counterpart to
Go
that
ahead,
is, I feel like people are thinking of it too much as that character instead of just another version of Loki. Like, I think if you think of it as just another Loki to have on your shelf, Tom Hiddleston, like, not a different variant of him, people will want it. And that's why I think people are buying it. Not so much for that specific character in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a really interesting one, right? Because it's already waitlist on Sideshow. So you talk about bargain bin candidates, and this is one that's like, okay, this would definitely be a bargain bin candidate, but we don't know that it's going to be around in our market. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not a billion of them kicking around in Hong Kong.
Wait, you said
somewhere,
this is waitlist on Sideshow?
This is waitlisted on Sideshow. So this is part of that new crop that, they started going waitlist, like the Ahsoka,
But
like many of the
I
other
thought you said this
figures.
one never came to our market, though.
Sorry, the exclusive
You're
version
saying-
with all the tchotchkes never came to our market.
Okay, I see. Okay,
This
I was very confused. Sorry.
Standard version, yeah. The standard version
Okay,
is
I
the
got
one
you.
that's on waitlist here. And yeah, so it's like one of those interesting that they did it. It seems like they modified the what you would call the Abuelo Loki or the TVA Loki and put a grin on that one. And so I think it looks decent. They didn't pull it off completely, but overall I think if you really love the show or you like the comic that this look is inspired by, then it's at least an interesting release. It's at least different from a lot of the other things they do. But yeah, I'd be really curious to track this one in the secondary market as some time passes, as the TVA maybe sits around for a bit, or I need to check if that one's on waitlist, which it may be. So from a show that people either loved or just didn't care about, it feels like there's not a lot of in between. And from a season 2 that's going to be dropping soon, it's an intriguing release at the very least.
Yeah, like Sam says, at least they did something different. So there is that. Eddie, I just saw your message. That's the Patreon chat, my guy.
Oh, jeez.
Let's go back to the show slides. David Corenswet will play Man of Steel in James Gunn's Superman Legacy with Rachel Brosnan. I don't even know how to say that. To play Lois Lane. DC Studios announced today. I have nothing good or bad to say about this. I don't know either of these actors.
I was gonna say I don't know who the fuck these people are.
The only thing that I feel strongly about this is the fact that Nicholas Hoult didn't get it, which sucks. He didn't look the most like Superman out of the 3 that they were choosing from, but I love Nicholas Hoult. It would have been cool, but
yeah, guy looks like a pipsqueak.
Wow.
What do you think,
Yeah.
Marco? Is this a W for you?
So not really being familiar with this Mr. David person. I'm familiar with Rachel Brosnahan, and I can't recall what I've seen her in, but she's pretty good in the stuff that I don't remember watching her in. But yeah, I reserve my judgment until seeing the first few trailers, actually seeing the film. We all know that we're probably going to go out and watch this. I think this is going to be a much hyped film, right? Because this will be the first one from James Gunn. And I think that he's going to nail it, but in terms of casting and making a call one way or the other, it's just way too early at this point. So I think Heath Ledger should have taught us that by now.
I think we have to do Ben a service by mentioning that he said that this is the Wish Henry Cavill, which
Wow.
is 100% correct.
Wow.
Not unlike how
Great
James
though,
Gunn's DC verse will be the Wish DC verse. Oh,
Wow. Like that, putting it down, huh?
yeah.
I believe I may have missed this, but Abe Dunk with the $2 super chat. Come on, Dean, I believe in you. My apologies.
Sorry,
Abe
I
Dunk,
let you
thank you for the
down.
support. Our movie of the week is Pineapple Express, one of the greatest films that has ever graced Tubi. Shout out to Tubi. Stoner Dale Denton's enjoyment of a rare strain of marijuana may prove fatal when he drops his roach in a panic after witnessing a murder. Upon learning that the fancy weed can be traced back to them, Dale and his dealer go on the run with a dangerous drug lord and crooked cop hot on their heels. It's ironic that the guy that smokes the most weed on the channel isn't here to review Pineapple
You hate to
Express,
see it.
but I fucking love this movie. This movie is incredible. Laugh out loud, like legit. just at least 2 or 3 times throughout the film. I really enjoy Seth Rogen and James Franco when they're together. I think this film, the interview was like an international crisis. It almost started a war, right? World War III.
Yeah.
This movie is fucking hilarious. I haven't watched it in a while, but bro, fucking, Danny McBride, bro, gets shot like 8 times in the movie and still survive. Like he gets like his ass beat throughout this whole film,
like,
and he's still
asleep.
going. He's like, oh,
Like at the
God.
end.
Yeah,
He's almost dead eating breakfast. And
he's,
they're,
he's
flicking
like
him,
on fire
"You
and
alright?"
shit. Oh man, this movie is an all-time movie. I don't know how this is only 68% on Rotten Tomatoes. This movie's fucking hilarious.
Amber Heard's great in it too.
Amazing.
Oh,
Wait,
that
she's-
is Amber Heard. It's the girlfriend.
That's his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Bro,
Couscous.
No
Food's so nice
shit.
they named it twice.
I did not
I
know
totally
that.
forgot. Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
I think
Fucking eye.
I think one of my favorite scenes is when he calls her to get back together and he starts crying and she's crying. She's like, I know, I love you too. And he's like, I made a mistake.
You're obviously not. It's an incredible scene.
Dude, I love when he's at the table and the dad's like, I'm going to leave, and when I come back, I'm coming back with a gun. He's like, no, there's no need to gunna, and he's like trying to like reason with the
who's
dad.
gonna? Who
and
wanna?
then yeah, exactly. And then he gets in the car and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh man, dude, this movie's so
I will
fucking
take you
funny.
outside and fuck you in the
In the
street.
street.
Craig Robinson's great in this. I seen it.
Oh
seen
my
it.
Oh,
god.
dude, the iconic gift. Bro.
I was hoping that was going to be one of the questions on Oxfordy. Is like, what's the quote?
You
Well, it's the last Oxfordy, so
I like
it's the last one. So
I like all the cuss word parts of it. When he's like, he looked like he got fucked up with a coffee pot, man.
he's like, your face looks like the Hamburglar. And then when they're trying to cut the rope and he's like dry humping him,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna save you, bro.
Oh, I'm going to save you.
the car committed suicide, bro. You want to talk right
Yeah. I'm,
Wait, what do you mean it's dead?
now? It has ceased to live.
I've,
I don't know how to explain this to you. You know, it's funny. I feel like you and Dean are kind of like him, and like I don't know how to explain this to you. That seems like a conversation you and Dean would have. I don't know how to explain this to you any differently. It ceased to live.
I've never partaken in the marijuana,
The devil's lettuce.
the giggle bush. I'm not a, So there's a part of this movie
not
that like, I
kosher.
just don't understand. How dare you? How
Jesus Christ.
He loves to see it.
But that being said, it's funny. It's a good watch. Back to the scene where they're at the dinner table and they're waiting for him to show up. He's like, I'm gonna start eating. I don't care if it's the dad is
One
so
more
pissed
minute, I'll
because
be
he just
eating
wants to
food.
eat. Yeah.
Ben Thomas
but-
said he's Nickelback high right now.
I don't know what that means.
That means he smoked a nickel bag
Oh,
and he's
wow.
high.
Was that $5 for the weed?
That doesn't get
No,
you
it's
much in
the
Canada.
size of it's the size of the bag, I think.
Well, I thought
Do
a
they have
dime
nickels in
bag was
Canada?
$10 for the weed.
I thought they had loonies and toonies.
You could be right, Dean. Apparently, neither of us are very knowledgeable.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm actually
Drugs.
mind blown that that's Amber Heard. And I didn't notice that at all.
I didn't either. I totally didn't.
What about,
hilarious.
What
Heard
about
that.
Ken Jeong in
Wish I
this
didn't hear
movie?
that, but I heard that.
Ken Jeong
Is
had,
Bobby
like,
Lee in this movie? Is he one of the
scene.
the? I'm almost certain he is.
I'm pretty sure Bobby Lee's not in this film. I watch a lot of Bobby Lee content. He's never talked about
He
Pineapple
is in this
Express.
movie, bro. He's
I think you're being a racism.
I'm not.
I don't even know who Bobby Lee is.
Tiger
Yeah.
Belly? You know?
He worked on. I'm looking at it right now. He worked on Pineapple Express. That's him right there. He's the guy that when they're going up on the hill and he's listening to them in the car. That's him right there.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Oh,
the
damn.
dude from
Yeah.
the fucking podcast.
Yeah. Look at that. There's Bobby Lee. Anyways, oh, God.
I'm sorry I called you a racism.
Thank you. Did everyone give their take?
I didn't give my take, but it's,
Margo
it's a
has it.
hilarious movie.
Yeah, you guys have.
I think Eddie hasn't either. Go ahead, Eddie.
I saw this in the theater, I think, with my brother when it first came out, and we were dying, dude. I was kind of worried. Like, this came out at the time when, like, a lot of stuff was coming out where you had to be high to watch it. Like, there's a lot of high movies, and I was, like, worried that we weren't going to like it because we don't get high. But it was hilarious, dude. And I am so... You know, I don't really feel the same way about Seth Rogen these days anymore, or James Franco. But it sucks that we won't get them in movies together anymore because they were a dynamic duo, man. Like,
Wait, what did Seth Rogen do?
I just
Disassociated
kind of
himself
cool.
from.
Oh,
He
'cause
disassociated
I know James Franco
himself
did
with
some,
James Franco,
some
and now
shit.
he's kind of a
James
a
Franco
little bit
did
on
some
his high
questionable
horse,
shit,
Seth
but
Rogen.
nothing illegal.
James
Very,
Franco didn't
very
suck any
questionable
dick? No, I know you're lying.
James Franco didn't suck any dick in this movie.
Jesus
What
Christ.
the fuck?
That's from This Is the End, by the way.
And Danny McBride kills this movie, dude, when he's like, "No, you can't have any of this cake. This is private." And he's like, "Look at you." He's like, "Look at you. You're in a suit. What am I wearing? Fucking kimono, dog."
Sure, your cat's in heaven. I don't know. He could have
Yeah.
gone to hell. He was a little fucker.
Oh, okay. And my favorite line, I think, in the entire movie is he's like, "You wanted to eat that sucker out of that stripper snatch. You wanted to do it." He's like, "Well, what'd you do? What'd you do?" He's like, "Nothing." He's like, "You ate that box of nerds out of her butthole."
Hilarious, bro.
Infinitely quotable film. Yeah, I think this is a top 10 comedy for me. I think we've said it all. We've run through so many of the classic lines. Like, it's just really funny. And I watched it dead sober in the theater and just laughed my ass off. So it's one of those that you definitely don't need to be to partake in the devil's lettuce to enjoy it, for sure.
Wow.
I got high. Then I got high.
It's my choice for movie of the week, and I'm almost certain I want to pick Shaolin Soccer, but I'm gonna think about it. It's on Pluto, but let me think about it. I'll get back to you guys
Kung Fu Hustle.
on Wednesday. Let's keep going here. We got this list of lovely people, Dean.
Yeah, the three pillars: Ian Seaby, Renee Mendez, Eric Mariscal, Quinn Aguirre, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Equan, Chris Valencerina, Ben Thomas, Chris Letty, David Jones, Sam Gist, Daminator, Joel Bretta, Thomas Clark, Eric Switzer, Six Guns Figs, Badfish, Toy Cartel, Sweet Danny Lee, Deanie Martin, Stephen Krett, Big Old Fern, Caesar Marquin, Mark Phillips, Lisa Martin Bomansky, Rick DeGregorio, The Everyday Collector, Ricardo Valdez, Jose CZ, Erwin Azucena, The Illustrious Rainer, Alan Morgan, Tukothri Wa, Derek B, Aries Portillo, Mark Randolph, Alvin J, Jazz Carroll, Joe Ridley, Pablo Meza, D-Rock, Matt Clevenger, Seth Tucker, CC3PO, Scott Smith, Don McDonald, Jimmy James, Stephen Percha, Sean Usby, Scott Bradley, Steve and Maria Stanley, Eddie Manzanares, Louis Bennett, Chip Perrin, Jimmy Hernandez, Gigi the Judgmental, and Brenton Palmer. What a bunch of angels. Sweet angels, right, Kevin?
Angels indeed. Here's a look at our July-August Patreon benefits. We have the ZW Crystal Glitter sticker and the brand new Small Talk new logo sticker. We'll on-blur this once we officially reveal it on Small Talk, but for now you get a little teaser. Hot Seat, $5 a month. Look at this. Oh, whoa. God. Ben, you're so loud.
I'm so loud. Sorry, I don't think I have my headphones. I just wanted to say hi to you guys.
There you go. I got you on.
That's what Nickelback does.
Okay, yeah, go get those. Look at that. He's got.
Wow, look at this.
We got like the nice kitchen over here. You love
Wow, stainless steel, eh?
Decent. I've been smoking and drinking this whole time. I am toast.
You christened it. Huh?
Wow. It's got a.
Wish you guys were here. I didn't bring any cups.
Joint, Ben?
I had to put rum and coke in this shaker cup.
Just like Ricky, bro. You should have drank it out of a bowl.
I thought about it. I almost did.
Out of a fucking, like a paper bowl. We'll check in with Ben here in a second. We got Hot Seat, $5 a month stickers, or digital rather. The Sweet Angel tier, $7.50. Certified Crispy for $15, and the What a Guy for $25. Let's see. Sam Giss says pick the Flash. I'm bummed out it flopped. Ben says if you pick a soccer movie, I'm not showing up next week. Looking at the YouTube channel members, we have Absolute Irwin, Alvin J, Andres IB, Andrew Gibo, Benjamin Hansen, Big O Fern, Blurred Dad Life, Bob Dylan, CC3PO, Chris V, Cram, CT603, DJ, Daminator, Dante's Boneyard, Eclectic Collector, Equan, Fat Batman, Gear Bear, Gotham Cenobites, Jake, Just Another Friday Night, Justin Sports Cards, KJ Smith, LV Avenger 702, Mark Pearson, Eddie, Money Mendez, Mr. Mom's Collectibles, Knight, OG Fan, OMFG Rick, 16 Figure Focus, Paul Schreiber, Philip the Fool, S Beam, Sam Giss, Slifer, SpongeBob SquareBalls, Sunnyvale Russ, Ben, Thomas, Toy Cartel, and Zeke. YouTube membership starts at 99 cents if you're a Patreon member, or $2.99 if you are not. Sam Giss says you should come up with more merch every now and then to make people want to go to higher tiers. Yes, we've talked about this. I've tried to do it, but I don't know that I've found that thing yet. But I am actively working on that. TeePublic, I think they're having a big sale right now, so if you're going to get some shirts, now is a great time. And taking a look at the network here, we have live unboxing with Lane and Dean and myself on Mondays, Question of the Week on Sundays with Brenton, OFAC every other Thursday, Collecting Weekly Live, which you're listening to today, Small Talk After Dark tomorrow at 10:30, Live and Let Dice, I think we're doing it not this weekend but next, Ox PD, hopefully we'll be recording this week, and then the reissue and Bricks and Brews as we can get to them. Be sure to check out Eddie on Made Media. Eddie, tell us what's going on with your channel, bud.
Absolutely nothing. You
should do...
What I should do?
You should do a...
OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay,
I would subscribe.
I'm in.
No, you should do a Chill the Fuck Out stream. I like that. That was a fun...
Oh,
I think it may have been the last one that you did, but it was fun.
I think it has the most views of any live stream I have, too. Other than, I
Yeah.
did a couple reviews. Those had high views, but
I
yeah,
had
you're
fun.
right. Those did do good. So I will be streaming more. Like, if you haven't noticed, I've been streaming more on other channels. I was able to come back here. So I will be streaming a little more. I'm going to have a little more free time. So maybe I will come back and do some more stuff. I have some stuff coming in, some statues and stuff that's supposed to ship in the next couple of months. And like 1 or 2 figures. So I could do that. I don't really like doing the live streams because everybody does the live streams, but we could do a Chill the F Out, I guess. That would be good because that did do
You're
well.
the boss, bro.
Yeah, but most of the stuff you see me doing nowadays is like Instagram, and it's mostly fitness stuff. I don't want to force people to watch that because I know
Really?
this
I
is
didn't know
collecting. But
I didn't know you were into fitness.
Oh, you didn't? I didn't.
Yeah, fitness. Nuts in your mouth.
Wow, you
should have known, bro. You should have known.
Oh, got him, baby. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, Eddie's big inspiration for me. Seeing all your workout stuff. I'm not at that level, but it's inspiring. So very proud of you and your fitness journey. Sorry, I had to clown on you just a little bit with a little bit of
You got me. You got me. I was thinking of you last week because someone told me a good nuts in your mouth joke, and I was like, oh,
wow,
reminds me of Zach.
Wasn't even on my
nuts
show.
in your mouth. Huh?
Wow. What? Wow. Dude, Ben, you look handsome as fuck, bro, with the sunlight.
Dude, why does your hair look more
model.
orange right now?
It's because I'm backlit by sun.
Bro.
Yeah.
Let's see the pubes.
Get this guy to be Superman. Look at that.
He could rock it, bro. He's got a magnum cock.
Damn.
Whoa! Whoa! Seen it? That's absolutely not normal in Canada.
Red underwear, man. It's gonna be all over.
Wow, it's gonna be huge.
I thought he had a little Timbits.
They're like Timbits. Oh, I went down to Timmy Hortons and got one of them box of Timbits.
Wow.
No,
So
Ben couldn't be Superman. The spandex would not fit.
Well, it is Kryptonian material, so that might
Yeah,
have
plus
some stronger stuff up there.
no one wants to hear him say, "I'm here to save the day."
Hey, put her down, bud.
Put her down, bud.
Well, I'm happy for you, Ben. I know you've been through a lot this past month, and I'm happy for you that you're in a nice place, and
It's weird.
a lot of people are excited to see more Bendita content. Apparently, that's all we heard about in the chat today.
I know. I was here. I was watching all of it. It's weird to be here by myself. It definitely feels like a new step in a big journey. You know what I mean? Like moving out of the house today, getting all my stuff here as much as I could, anyways, as much as I could carry by myself was crazy. But yeah, no, not to bring the mood down. I think it's exciting. I'm excited to see what's next. This is obviously not going to be my main setup. I'm setting up the recording studio in the other room, but I didn't have. This is the only furniture I was able to carry by myself was the bar stools. So I've got my computer and monitor literally on my kitchen island at the moment, so I could watch you guys while I was unpacking. So,
I want to see mountains again, Gandalf. Mountains.
Mountains, actually, you can see out the wilderness when it's not smoky.
Beautiful.
You see a cat's asshole.
Is it smoky because it's smoky outside or smoky inside?
Wow.
What's up, Calvin?
Boy. Anyways, shout out to Ben. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie, you're always welcome whenever you want to come on.
Appreciate
Such
it.
a breath of fresh
You
air.
didn't get more points, buddy. You were representing.
I know. I was gonna say I screwed Ben on his hot seat points. You hate to see it.
The worst part is it's our last ever. It's our last ever Jeopardy, so because the chat hated it so much. So I mean, what can you do?
Wow.
What can you do?
Yeah, honestly, I'm kind of glad because fucking Marco's won every single goddamn one. It's getting old.
Get good, nerds.
Yeah, you bunch of nerds. Anyways, I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
You don't want to. You don't want to. Anyways, you never.
No,
don't want to gonna.
No, I was
Never
gonna. Say,
gonna.
don't say get good to me. Don't quote the magic. I was there when it was ready. Okay.
What the fuck, bro? Anyways,
I don't even know what just happened.
I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I don't know what the order is anymore. I'm confused.
You're up top, bro.
I'm Eddie.
Three Kings. I'm Marco.
And I'm Bendita.
Yeah, there we go.
Depending on how you
Jesus, this is the worst show I've ever done. We'll catch you.
Depending on what
on
filter
the
you like,
next.
I'm saying.
We'll catch you on the next episode.
Bye.